Hey guys, it's Kirok. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Remastered. Last time we went through the character creator, and you might be noticing that we looking a little bit crispy. That is because we are currently hollowed. Hollowing is a major feature of this game, and we'll go into the various effects when we can unhollow, but for now, just know that whatever character you just spent a very, very long time making is going to be looking a little crispy. Just forewarning, when you start the game and you look at your character, go, what the hell is that? But last time we woke up in this asylum, and a very friendly looking knight dropped this corpse down on us. I don't know why he couldn't just drop the key. I really don't. But this is the dungeon cell key, and this is how we are going to be leaving this place. So let's go ahead and open the door. You might see that little ghost thing in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and explain that. This game is always online, and I'm going to be playing it with it always online and just staying hollow most of the time because I don't want to get invaded. Those are just other players doing their thing. There is a reason to come back to the Undead Asylum. That's why they look a little different and why they have better weapons. All of these little messages on the floor just kind of give you controls. I'm playing this with my PlayStation 5 controller, but you can really play it with whatever you want. I would just highly recommend don't play it with keyboard and mouse unless you really want to have a bad time. This game is better enjoyed on controller, in my opinion. But just to kind of go over some basic controls, so you hold circle or B to sprint, tap B to do a roll. You can hold, press left bumper or L1 to use your left hand, right bumper R1 to do a light attack, excuse me, and right trigger or R2 to do a heavy attack. And then R2 does or L2, or left trigger, does a parry. There are other buttons, and we'll get into those here in a minute. I'm not going to look at all these. I know how to play the game. You can attack these guys if you want, but we have a broken hilt as a weapon, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you really, really want to kill it. But yeah, I adore Dark Souls, and I'm very happy to be doing this again. It's been a wild year for me, lots of highs, lots of lows, and I just kind of wanted to ring in the new year with something that I enjoyed doing in the past. As you can see here, we have a bonfire. If we go ahead and light it, we have lit the bonfire here, and we can rest at it. Not much else we can do here until we beat the boss, or until we gain some souls, which I really don't think we'll be gaining we'll be gaining a few souls up ahead. I don't know that we'll get into stats in this video, but let's go ahead and open this door. Now, if you've never played Dark Souls 1 before, you might say, oh, hey, there's a door at the end of the hallway. Maybe I should just run to that. If you look up, though, there's a very unfriendly face standing up there with a hammer. So, if you want to live and you don't want to try and fight this thing with a broken hilt, I recommend making a beeline for that door on the left over there. So we're going to do that. I always get scared when I go through there. Yeah, you hear him? He's not happy. He's very not happy. We'll get back to him in a minute. Here is another bonfire. Don't get used to bonfires being this close together. This is Dark Souls 1. They are typically fairly far apart. The whole point of resting in a bonfire does replenish your health and get rid of any and all bad status effects, but it does respawn any enemies that you've killed. So be wary when you rest at bonfires. If you think you can handle it, you can handle it. Now, there's an archer at the end of this hallway, and there's an item right there. We want to grab that item and duck into that room. I hope y'all enjoy the random noises I'll be making. Spider shield. This is the shield that we saw in the intro part. It's just kind of a pretty good shield. We can look at the stats real quick for it. This blocks 100% of physical damage, so you won't see like chip damage on yourself. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Look at that stat block on the side. You know, your attack, your physical, magic, fire, whatever, for your shield. And unless you're planning on hitting every single enemy with your shield, you can ignore that. And also, when you gain the ability to level up weapons and armor later on, don't level up your shield. Just don't do it. I said armor. I don't think you can actually level up armor. I'll put it on the screen real quick if you can. Don't level up your shield. There's no point. It doesn't give you better damage reduction. It just makes it attack better. And unless you're doing a shield build, which I do not recommend doing in the first place in this game, it's kind of a waste of time. But we're going to go ahead. Now we have a shield. We can block this dude's arrows, but he is also just going to kind of like run past us here and give us time to pick up our battle axe. Now we have a weapon. Again, we know how to attack because I did it earlier. We're just gonna kill this guy the normal, easy way. Fairly simple, straightforward, and we just got some souls. Souls can be used for leveling up and stuff, and when we get back to a bonfire, I'll go ahead and show you if we can do that. Go ahead and duck over here and run this way. You'll see an item you can't reach. Can't get to that yet. Also, oh, I just know something. Hold on, one sec. I'm gonna cut this bit out. Sorry, I had to set my jump button to left stick click. I personally think it's the best way to do it. Jumping in this game, by the way, is not like jumping in Elden Ring or Sekiro. You don't have like a dedicated jump button. Initially, it's going to be set to just pressing the sprint button while you're running. I like setting it to left stick because that's how it is in Dark Souls 3, and it just makes more sense. We're going to go ahead and go in this way. If you see, there was a little guy in that room, but we can't get to him yet because this wall's in the way. If we go down here real quick, though, we can get back to the starting bonfire, and we're going to go ahead and rest at it real quick. Just see. Nope, can't level up yet. That door's shut again. I actually don't think we can go back in there without the key. You see that giant ball up there. We're just going to activate it. Enemy up there, but we'll go deal with him in a minute. Let's go into this room, and hey, look, it's that knight that freed us earlier.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure we will, Oscar.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh, and this.
Undead Asylum, F2 East Key.
Now I must be... I would hate to...
So, Oscar, we don't know really what happened to him. I think he just kind of fell down here and potentially died. Like it says here, use X or square to use items. Estus flasks, they take a little second to charge up, but you use them and it heals you for a certain percentage of your health. I will put the percent on screen if I can find one. Just know that you get a limited number of these, so every time you rest at a bonfire, unless you have kindled it, which we will talk about later when we can do that, you will only get 5, though there is an ability later on that allows you to have up to 20, so that will be nice. I'm sorry, Oscar, but I really want the souls. And he's about to hollow anyways. 100 souls. I'm sorry, Oscar. You were going to die anyways, and I like the 100 souls. I don't think there's anything back here. No. If you see me hitting walls every so often, just know it is because there are secret walls in this game. We're going to go ahead and go up here, though. Hi. I would try and parry them, but I don't trust my ability to parry, so we're not going to bother. This is the door that lets us use the key. We're going to hold up our shield here. Revisiting bonfires revives enemies. This game is fairly simple and straightforward, just timed blocking and attacking, but it is difficult at times because maybe you need to get the timing down better. And in this room, we have our first enemy that is not just a standard hollow. We're going to backstab. Backstabs are very, very strong attacks. You just rotate behind the enemy, you press forward and R1 at the same time, and you will kill them very, very handily. So, now it is boss time. If you are prepared, and I would like to think that I am fairly prepared for this, we're going to walk through here, and we are going to be standing slightly below where the Asylum Demon was standing before. Asylum Demon! He is an entry boss. He does not do much. We can get that attack on his head there, though. Ooh! Ow. He does pack quite a punch, though. So, okay. Yeah, I am very rusty. I have not played this game in a very, very long time. Hopefully, I can kill him first try. He's gonna do a butt slam. Oh, no. And there we go. That wasn't that bad. Did take quite a few hits there, more than I wanted to, but overall, not a terrible fight, especially for the first. And we got a piece of humanity. So that's good. You might hear that thumping below, like the Asylum Demon is still walking around. We'll come back for that. You know, we'll just come back for that. Go ahead and go through this door. And we are going to be leaving the Undead Asylum. There is a reason to come back here later. I don't see the reason to come back here later right now, hence why we are going to... Oh, wait, no, actually, it's over here. Can I talk to you? No. Okay. We'll come back. We'll come back for it. But for now, we'll just go ahead and leave the asylum. A giant cliff, though. Huh. I wonder how we're going to get out of here. Sorry for coughing.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Bird.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Wow. And with that, we have escaped the Undead Asylum. In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. Alright, well, that's a neat little hint or tip there. But I think we are going to save leveling up and kindling this bonfire for next time. So, on the next episode of Dark Souls Remastered. We will be exploring Firelink Shrine, the place that we have found ourselves in after escaping the Undead Asylum, and I will be going over things like leveling up, different stats and whatnot, and just kind of exploring the area. So, see you guys next time.